What it do, YouTube? This your girl Double7 coming once again from my kitchen, in the kitchen, out the box, as always. This video I'm going to do was inspired by a friend of mine who um probably is going to get mad at me for putting this on camera, but I don't care. Um, okay, first of all, this is a spiritual video. So for all you spiritualists, stay tuned. For all you people that just want to hear about fucking and other bullshit, this is not the video for you. You know, check my channel later. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm in a different mood than I was in 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I was recording videos and they were kind of fluffy, you know, which I get in a fluffy type of mood. Hence the video. The video is about balancing your vibrations. So we're going to get into my own definitions. I don't know. I can't go off anybody else's definitions. But what I mean by balancing vibrations. Okay. This is like the functionality of spiritualism, being aware, being conscious or whatever. You function, even in mentalities of everyday, day-to-day life, you function in levels of vibrations, which, you know how vibrations are sound waves and things that you can't see, you know, like a tuning fork. The tighter the tuning fork gets, the higher, the quicker it vibrates, or you loosen it up, the lower it vibrates. Okay, so we're going to put that on in terms of spirituality and your outlook and your perception on life, your moods, your feelings, your emotions, what type of mood you're in, where you're at, where's your headspace at? Is it in a positive place or a negative place? If it's in a positive place, then you're functioning along the lines of higher vibrations. If it's in a negative place, you're functioning along the lines of lower vibrations. The reason why I'm making this video is a lot of spiritualists believe that you should only function at the highest vibrations possible at all times. I don't necessarily agree with that theory. And I'm going to tell you why. I mean, I think it's okay for the people that do it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's okay for them. But me, I think more so that I like to be balanced. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So let's break it down. Functioning at higher vibrations. You're love and light and peace and unconditional love, and I'm giving you the extremes. That's the extreme on the left side. Your love is light and light is love, and all the flowers and the butterflies and everything is beautiful. You're meditating, you're centered, you're balanced, you're one with the universe, you're one with nature. Now you got the right side spectrum is you're lost. You're blind. You're wandering around in the daytime needing a flashlight. You cannot see. You're lost mentally. You know, everything is pulling you in 1,000 different directions. You're constantly being bombarded with negative events and things that are happening in your life, and you're responding to them negatively. You're in this spiral, this downward spiral of hopelessness and despair. Okay, you know, the average person is somewhere in the spectrum, you know, and it can change from day to day. Now, I'm going to put me in this. Sometimes I'm all the way left. Sometimes I'm all the way right. I'm an extremist. I've come to embrace that about myself instead of change that. Balancing the vibrations. What I mean by that is due to me being an extremist and also due to me being an empath, I can be high on the spiritual cloud nine at one moment and depressed the next moment. You know, I have bouts of depression. I've been dealing with depression since I was 10. To deny the natural experience of your life course, to me, is not healthy for me. The more I try to deny it, the worse it gets. So due to me being this extreme type of mood swings, you could diagnose me bipolar if you wanted to. I wouldn't be upset. I have found that instead of me trying to deny the things about me that might be considered carnal when we, talking from a biblical sense of the spiritual man and the carnal man, I kind of ride them out, you know? Like, I might be in a mood to, you know, I feel this negative lower vibrations of just wanting to do what I want to do. Just, wanting to fight, fuck, feed, all the three F's, fight, fuck, and feed. And I'll do that, you know. And I have found that when I deny that, it actually lasts longer. Because in the battle against the ego is gonna fight back. You ain't gonna just get rid of your ego that easily. It's just not gonna just evaporate. And you spent however many years cultivating it and feeding it and flowering it and watering the grass, and now it's a nice healthy little garden of bullshit. So every now and again, as I'm growing as a spiritual being, my ego will come out, guns are blazing, pow, pow, pow. Yeah, we want to go to the strip club and make it rain. Yeah, whatever I'm in the mood to do at that moment in time. I do it. Because I realize to deny the natural part about being a human is to deny human nature. You walking around spending so much time trying to deny it that it gets worse. And y'all have seen Christians do this. That's why I don't necessarily follow Christianity the way other people do, because they will go, I can't fornicate and be a hoe, and then be in the church Sunday morning. God forgive me, because it's a natural biological urge. It seems like the more they try to deny it, the stronger it gets. Hence those proverbial demons that the preacher get talking about. Because it's getting out of hand. You're trying to run from part of who you are instead of deal with it. So I follow a lot of different spiritualists, and a problem that I have with spiritual teachers, ministers, priests, is everybody can give you the path and the right thing to do. And the average person struggles with surrendering their will to God. It's just, this is common knowledge, people. But they never tell you. Yeah, I struggle too. Now, don't get me wrong. I've heard a plethora of pastors say, everybody got a thorn in their side. Paul had a thorn in their side, but they'll never get up there and tell you why they're going through what they're going through. They'll only give you their testimony after it was delivered. Yeah, and it's something that they probably was going through for years. And if they would have spent just one instance of being honest, it could have been over quickly. But they want to hide it because they don't want you to look at them as if they're not, their knowledge isn't absolute. They don't know what they're talking about because they struggle. That's just human nature. So, and okay, I'm giving you the Christian aspect of what I'm saying, but I have a spiritual example that y'all just blew me out the water. Knowing people and talking to them and being around them and talking to them as far as from a spiritual standpoint, and them projecting a certain image of all I'm about is love and light, and all I do is meditate, and all I am is, because to me, me being a spiritual person is more than just for my own benefit. I try to have it benefit, those around me, my children, the way I teach them. Right now, my affirmation is be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see. That's the affirmation I wake up every day saying. Be the change you want to see. So even when I'm dealing with lower vibrations, just being mindful not to get caught up in somebody else's negativity and transfer it as my own, because me being an empath, I have a problem with that. But, back to the person that's operating in love and light, meditating all the time. And I don't react to anger in negative situations. I stop and I breathe and I observe them and I let them go. And then come to find that they're lying, because these are people that you don't know personally. And I have said it and I will say it again. There is nothing like the people closest to you that can put you in those lower vibrational moments. And me having children and getting frustrated in everyday life, you wake up with the best of intentions. Today I'm going to be peaceful. I'm going to love everybody. And I'm going to love my neighbor. And then something happens and you react to it. This is just human nature. So, I have found that when I don't deny myself and I just enjoy, I just be, my biggest misconception was you had to do something to be spiritual. You had to go upon a certain path and find these materials to walk it. And you got to read this book and you got to talk to this person. And I have found that I'm growing by leaps and bounds and just being me and accepting me and loving me for me. So if I have a day where, I start off, oh, I'm going to be spiritual, I'm going to be nice, I'm going to be kind. And then I get in the car and some stupid dickhead cuts me off. And I'm like, fuck you, asshole. And, instead of me condemning myself, oh, man, you're supposed to be positive all the time. The biggest fault in the situation is self-condemnation, self-judgment, and not accepting oneself for the way one is. I have found it's the biggest thing that will hold you back from a peaceful life. I mean, because when you put that, I gotta be a certain way, on yourself, you're gonna fail every time. You're gonna fail every time. And when I found out that it was somebody that I thought was a certain way, and then found out from a third party who knew that person that they ain't that way at all. When they get put in those emotional charged environments, they react just like a normal person. I was like, what the frick? And I'm trying to be like you, and you're absolutely, I'm thinking there's something wrong with me for being me, and absolutely I'm fine the way I am, because I am growing from my life lessons. Yep. So that's where I am. However, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out of here. What you striving for, what I'm striving for, is to be one with God, to be at peace with everything. I'm striving to do what the monks do without leaving society, because they have to leave society in order to achieve that nirvana. And I'm attempting to do it in the midst of reality the way it is, instead of going away. It's easy to do it. To me, it's easy to be a monk. It's easy. I can do it. You meditating all day and you ain't got no kids to distract you? Yeah, I can do it. But can you achieve that oneness with the universe and oneness with God and open that seventh chakra without retreating? Is my goal. That's what my goal is. And I have found out that loving myself and accepting myself where I am, and even knowing myself and I'm an extremist, is that's much better for me to do. But I have found, to bring me back to center, to bring me back to the bigger picture and my truth. Sometimes I get away from my truth because I get frustrated and caught up with daily life. So I get away from my truth. So bring me back to my truth. I do need spiritual affirmations or something positive to start my day out with. Just no different than somebody who goes to church on Sunday to start their week out with the word and feel good. You know, I don't knock it at all. All right, you guys. Talk long enough. Feel free to leave some comments, topic requests, all that good stuff. All right, y'all. Peace.